this episode of CobbTV, we are talking about the drumming style of Doug Cosmo Clifford from Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yes, and be sure to like and subscribe for more epic musical content. Doug Clifford was heavily influenced by two specific drummers. The first was Gene Krupa, and the second was Al Jackson Jr. from Booker T and the MGs. So Doug Clifford was definitely more of a field player, very in the pocket with a very, very solid groove and amazing time. But he chose to play simple for CCR's music, and we're going to talk about those things. He did have decent chops, and he would save some of his busier playing towards the end of songs, like on It's Just a Thought. One of my all-time favorite grooves that Doug Clifford ever played was the song Sailor's Lament, and that beat is just so infectious. It's one of those infectious grooves, and he really locks in with the bass player on that one. If you listen to Susie Q, we got an 8 to 10 minute jam here, and I swear the timing and the tempo is the same all throughout the song as he just keeps this beat so solid. Specific thing that I stole from Doug, and other drummers do it too, but I stole it from him, is crashing on the crash cymbal with the snare on the backbeat of 2 and 4 when the song is beginning to climax in different parts. You can hear it at the very end of Have You Ever Seen the Rain, but my favorite example of this is going to be on the song Born on the Bayou. If you listen closely to that last example, you're going to hear a motif that Doug Clifford likes to use a lot. It's a 3-note snare pattern. And of course, if you listen to Fortunate Son, you're going to hear him using that drum fill a lot. Another motif that Cosmo would use a lot in his drum fills is another 3-note pattern, and if you check out the song Lodi, you can hear him doing that a lot. So those are just a few short examples of his drum fills. He definitely had a lot of different variations that he would do. But again, back to his solid timing, his solid groove, his ability to play a song from start to finish for up to 10 minutes long and still keep the tempo relatively the same. No metronome needed. You have Doug Cosmo Clifford. And so another song that's just such a jam tune where he's playing such a cool groove is, of course, I Heard It Through the Grapevine. of my favorite moments in any CCR song is that transition into halftime at the very end of Lookin Out My Backdoor. As I've said before, Doug Clifford is one of those players who chooses to restrain himself. CCR is one of those bands where the less you do, the better it's going to sound. And if you listen to Bad Moon Rising, he's not going to the ride cymbal during the chorus, and there's not a single drum fill in sight, even though instinctually you're going to want to do those things. But what is going on is there's an intricate kick drum pattern that's happening, which is revolving around the chord progression, and that double on the kick drum is actually hard to nail every time because of the slight amount of swing that you're going to be hearing. A few more details on Doug's approach to playing the drums. He always used traditional grip and would use that molar stroke to get really powerful accents on the backbeat. His hi-hats were huge. I swear, I think the dimensions were like 16-inch hi-hats, so basically 2 crash cymbals that he was using as his hi-hats. And just a basic 4-piece setup, 1 crash, 1 ride, and you could see him bouncing his leg most of the time on his left foot, which I think is something that definitely helped him stay in time, that immaculate tempo keeping that I've been talking about. And there you have it, just a very brief video on Doug Clifford. I could go on about him all day because I love CCR's music and I love what he brings to that band. Yes, so this one's for Doug, and be sure to like and subscribe, of course, for more epic musical content and exposés on drummers who aren't just getting enough love. So please leave a suggestion on a drummer that we could cover on the channel. But in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.